What is going on, Gorehounds? Ooh, a little saw action going on.
Love it.
How you doing, Gorehounds? Welcome to the Gore More podcast. That's right, we are the shit show, as you know. I am your not so mean fluff mess supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing it in. However, I can't bring this shit show in alone. For with me, as always, are my beloved horror homies. Started off with that Dark Lord of Knowledge, that Chad Daddy all the way down from the Chattahoochee, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
What's up, bitches?
We have the Duke of the Dead, Lord Scoopacabra, the Dean of the Deceased, Mr. Steve Vasquez.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Don't worry, Steve's not on fire. That's just his background. And we have that killing machine, but we all still know him as that yummy, tasty meat mountain, Mr. Bobby Monet.
How you doing?
Doing well. How you doing?
I'm
Today is April 15th, 2024. And well, we have a moist episode today. That's the best way to put that. Sloppy, squelchy.
Juicy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of us like it
Fun time.
sloppy, but that's okay.
It's a fun time. And
Hey, Gene.
what's up,
What's
Gene?
up, Gene?
What's up, Gene?
And in ungored more fashion, we actually skipped the entire series and went right to the reboot.
Goddamn right. We do what we want.
Pardon me. Yeah. So, but we all know this is going to be a fun episode today. And I'm also very excited to see what Mr. Brody Kane brings, to see what he has to say. Because
Yes.
I feel like it's going to be an all positive episode, but you know what? Maybe we got some negatives to throw in there. We'll see. Always is, man. It's the critique, right? That's what we do. But before we do that, we're going to do what we always do and talk about what we did in the last week or weekend, whatever. So, Scuba, are you up to?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your Slice of Life.
Oh,
Beautiful.
right. Thank you, sir. I heard you. Did I see you're going to be singing again?
Yeah, I picked up another gig.
Aha.
But it's only it's another once a month gig, but we'll get to that when it's my turn.
Yeah, that's how that shit started. Chad Daddy, how the hell have you been, homie?
Not too bad. Just another usual normal work week. My oldest daughter, Chloe, turned 14 on Friday.
Nice.
Happy birthday,
belated.
Chloe. Thank you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
So Friday, I got that broken piece on my car fixed. And dude, he had it done in half an hour and he only charged me fucking $30 to fix it.
Nice.
That's fucking beautiful.
I was expecting a lot more, so I'm like, sweet. So that was my Friday. I just came home. Didn't really do much because the weather was really shitty. Like, we got so much rain. Like, the rain, the creek. I say creek. I know it's creek. We say creek here.
That's
But
cool.
the water was only about a couple feet from the road, and it
water?
wrote like, yes, the water.
The water near the creek.
So we were in like severe flood watch pretty much the whole weekend because we had like one nice day. Saturday was nice, and Sunday it all went to shit. So Friday, I don't think we really did much of anything. Saturday, Chloe decided she wanted to go to this game arcade down by Pittsburgh.
Word.
Oh, sorry, that was me, guys.
Oh, you're good.
So we took her down there. You know,
Somebody's got a fucking little toy going over there.
Somebody's
Yeah.
gonna turn their rabbit off. Turn that rabbit off right now.
Pirates.
yeah. So we went and
She's not here. She went to HB.
She chimes in, I swear to God.
She will. She will. So yeah, we went and played video games most of the day. Went out to dinner. Came home. Didn't do much. Sunday, Harper, my youngest, went to a birthday party. So of course, while they were out there, that's when the rain started going to shit. And thankfully, nothing really bad happened here. We had some nice hailstones. I showed you guys the pictures. They were like, I don't know, about the size.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
They ranged the size from a dime up to a quarter. It was pretty cool. Thankfully, no hail damage.
Ouch.
Good, thank God.
I didn't, do much. Didn't watch much. I finished the new Assassin's Creed game, which is disappointing. It's a pretty short game, and it's what is missing. I don't know if you guys play Assassin's Creed, but there's always like that. There's always a story set in modern times that kind of frameworks the whole.
Yeah. That's supposed to be working off the memories, right?
Completely absent from this.
I thought that's been like the last couple of them have been like that. I could be wrong. I don't play the series, so
no, the last one had it.
Okay.
Valhalla had it, but yeah, there's nothing set. Nothing set in the present day, so that was kind of
weird.
Yeah, it was very weird. It's still a fun game, but I'm glad it's not like a $70 game. I think Steph paid like $30 for it.
Oh, okay. So,
and yesterday we were completely emotionally destroyed by the new episode of Bluey.
I bawled my fucking man. I was trying. I was like, "Don't cry." Don't cry.
Yep.
Don't cry. And the tears just ball rolling down my fucking face.
Oh, I was emotional even at the start of the episode, dude. No joke.
Such a good. Well, yeah, especially knowing that we could see Aunt Brandy pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, that alone was like, oh, heartfelt fucking cartoon, man.
I was happy to see Grandpa Bob back.
Yeah, hell yeah, that too.
But this isn't a Bluey podcast. I mean, we could talk about Bluey forever. And if you haven't
seen it, you guys are way deeper than I, because I don't know. I didn't watch it or anything, but I asked my daughter, and I was like, "Yo, did it make you sad?" She's like, "Yeah, a little bit, but
It hits hard. It hits harder as a parent.
Yeah, as an adult, as a parent. Yeah,
fair. Does somebody die?
No.
Oh,
no.
I'd be like, bro, if that's how Bluey goes out, they kill off a character and they end it. I'd be like, damn. No. Talk about real life.
Rad and Frisky's wedding isn't really even the main story at play here.
Mm-mm.
It's more about the kids trying to stop the parents from selling the house.
Yeah, that's what I kind of gathered from my daughter telling me about it. So.
Yeah.
Where, but like you said, this isn't a Bluey podcast. This is a Gore podcast.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, that's right. We're talking Evil Dead today, everybody.
Dead Daddy. Maybe.
We should.
I'd be down.
So that's basically the gist of my weekend. Scuba Steve, how about you, buddy?
I did not do a damn thing that I can talk about.
Fuck yes. Sometimes.
I really didn't do anything. I kind of just hung out at home. We had a yard sale on, was it Saturday? Sold some stuff, made 350 extra bucks.
I saw the stuff you had at your yard sale. I'm like, God damn it, why don't people have yard sales around here like that?
Yeah, it was just a bunch of doubles and shit that I had, a bunch of like horror stuff and comics and baby stuff. It was just extra stuff that I had that I really didn't need. I was just kind of holding on to it for the whole, oh my God, it's a collectible thing. And then I was like, kind of over it. So we made a nice little change on it, and didn't really do anything. I took Mel to go watch Ghostbusters finally. She hadn't seen it yet, so we went to go see that yesterday. Nice. She worked all weekend, so I just kind of stayed home and played dad, and we watched Bluey. That was literally my weekend. I was off Thursday, Friday from the day job, and I didn't do much. That was it.
You fought for democracy.
I did fight for democracy a bit. I don't know. The servers were being kind of funky. When was it? Thursday night or Friday night? Friday night, wasn't it?
Yeah, when we were fucking.
I don't know what the hell was going on.
It was Friday night. I don't fucking know.
I went to go reset my router, and I kept getting kicked from games. I don't know what the hell was going on, so I just kind of gave up. I did finish the Fallout series, which I don't know how you boys feel about the Fallout games, but I am a huge fucking Fallout fan.
Same.
This show from the get-go was just great. It does kind of twist up the timeline and fucks the timeline in the games a little bit, especially for Jesus Christ.
Which one is this centralized around? I guess would be the question.
No,
Well-
he's after all of them.
All of them.
No, this takes it's after all of them, but it takes place right after
4.
4. Okay.
yeah. So it's a good show. They got the sets perfect. The costumes are
I did catch about 10 minutes of it at my old man's because he's obviously never played the games and he says he loves it. So
yeah. And it's just a good story. I mean, and the best thing about Fallout is they don't have to follow the games because there's so many vaults out there and so many different stories you could tell. As long as you have the basics in there,
Yeah.
it fucking works. You know what I mean? And I think it did. There was a lot of cool shit. There was a lot of cool nods to the games. The music was on point.
So does the first episode start appropriately the way every game does?
It does not.
God damn it!
You
Yeah,
don't get.
that was my first question with my
You
old
do
man. I
not
was like,
get.
is Ron
You don't
Perlman
get.
in it?
You don't get war. War
That's
never changes.
bullshit.
Until later.
That pisses me off.
Until
That's
later,
every
it's an
fall-
episode.
No.
But it's cool the way it starts because it starts before the bombs drop. So you're introduced to the very first character, kind of, because you don't see him again until later on when he's the third main character that they introduce, because we have 3 main characters. We have the Vault Dweller, the Brotherhood of Steel member, and then the Ghoul. And so you're introduced to the Ghoul
Before
at
he's
the
a ghoul.
beginning before he's a ghoul, and you get to see kind of his story, and a lot of it, it jumps back and forth, and then it all comes together at the end. And I was like, fuck, I need more. I need more next month. Don't fucking wait. Just keep dishing this shit out because
They do it wrong, dude. They should do it weekly or so. They should drop an episode per week and let it stave it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Speaking of, how about that X-Men 97 last week?
Oh
I
my
haven't watched that either.
God. That
Yeah.
episode was probably hands down the best in any cartoon that I've ever seen. It was just the way it ended. I was just my jaw dropped. I was like, holy fuck.
Dude, that scene when the shit hits the fan, man, it hits and it splatters.
Yeah.
It hits hard.
Yeah, it fucking does. And then I remember one thing we did. Mel and I went to go get matching tattoos.
Nice.
Nice.
Whoa. Oh,
It
shit.
says
like that.
it says till we're ghost.
That's
Across the bottom.
Say,
that's
that one-
that's so sweet.
I don't have words on mine, but that one's on my leg down here.
Nice. Yeah, so mine kind of hurt because I got it on the inside of my arm where it's all tender and shit, and she got hers on her bicep. So she's like, it didn't even hurt. I'm like, fuck you, it hurt. It fucking hurt. And she's like, it wasn't that bad. I was like, you didn't get yours where I got mine. My shit fucking hurt.
There's not really any muscle on the end. There
No.
is,
She
but
definitely
not
watched
there
you
is
do
in-
that and said,
If
"I'm
you
not
boys
doing
don't have
that."
any tattoos in this area,
Nope.
let me tell you, this area right here is probably the worst part I've ever gotten a tattoo, because I do have, the old school barbed wire that goes all the way around, and just this non-muscly area right here is just so fucking painful.
I'm gonna do one here where I know it'll be like, that's not so hard.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt. That's like the least painful spot on your body to get a tattoo. But yeah, other than that, that's all I did. Bobby?
What did I do? Oh, that's right. Friday, I went out to dinner with a friend of mine after work because work ended early because rain and wind are not exactly a fun thing when you're working on a roof. So yeah, we had to stop. We had to stop like around 12:30. So I went home. Then I went to dinner with a friend of mine. Saturday, I was with my brother for most of the day. We actually were at a sports show right around the corner from my house, and they had some like sports players there and all things you could buy and all that. We met the Green Bay Packers quarterback because, hey, we said, why not? So, because he's the only starter that was there, so we met him. So that was what we did. And then Saturday night, me and Rebecca went out to dinner, and we went and saw the movie Sting about the Gigantor spider. And it was really good. I give it a 7 out of 10. If you get a chance, go see it. It's worth the watch. And then Sunday was running around. We had breakfast with her one sister. And then we chilled out for her dad's birthday. We ordered in Longhorn and had some very good fucking ice cream cake. And I tell you, that shit was like crack cocaine and did not want to stop eating it.
Right on.
Like you could customize the kind of ice cream you want in it. Like, so you could have 2 flavors. You could even get it to a point where there's 3 flavors. And I'm like, you're horrible for showing me this, but now I know what I want for my birthday. And that's what we did. And that's all I did. It was a good weekend, but tiring weekend. So yeah, I'm also tired myself. That's all I got to say. And I'm ready to talk about this movie. John?
Oh, let's see. I had a pretty chill weekend. Did some diving with Scoobs a little bit on Friday, or tried to at least.
Yeah.
Saturday, I actually played the Xbox because I felt sorry for it because I haven't touched it. So now, sorry, Chad, because I know you hate this word, but I played some Fortnite because I bought the season pass anyways. I already had it, and it's awesome because there's a whole like Avatar thing going on right now.
Yeah, I saw it. My kid showed me.
And,
I'll never play the game, but he showed me.
Well, I sent you a message about it too, but it's sweet because they have you find just like pickups where it's all the elements and shit like that. I haven't found earthbending yet though, which pisses me the fuck off. But I don't know. It's like how the Ninja Turtle thing was a couple months ago. So I grinded on that. I unlocked my Korra from the battle pass, which made me happy. And then I did my fucking quest, and I was like, all right, Helldivers. And then I was like, no, wait. This is all right. This is the other problem with modern gaming. Because I was gonna go to play Helldivers, and I was like, oh shit, no. I need to play Mortal Kombat because this season's almost up and I'm going to lose out on. I haven't done shit on the season. It's like ends in 2 days or 1 day now. So it's like, I don't know, man. As an adult gamer, it's so hard to keep up on the seasonal shit. Sometimes you're just like, especially like, dude, if I Halo and all this other crap, like, it's like, no, man, just give me something that I could just enjoy the singularity of it sometimes. And that's all it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, then I pulled in some OT yesterday, and I was up
messaging us at 4 in the fucking morning.
Yeah, I was like,
I was dead to the world.
Morning, guys.
4 in the morning for you guys. It was 3 in the morning for me. I'm like, what the fuck?
You're just going to bed.
Yeah,
right.
All I fucking see is
Steve and I were 2 boats passing in the night.
I had gone to sleep early, and I woke up because I had to go take a piss. I woke up. I was like, who the fuck? I was like, I'm going back to bed. Fuck this. I'll message them when I wake up.
No, yeah, that's what happened to me. I woke up, was peeing, and I'm like, John?
Yeah, bro. I know. Usually, I'm like going to bed at 3 in the morning on a Saturday.
I get up in the middle of the night. I don't even check my phone. I just go pee and go right the fuck back to bed. I don't even.
No, if I check my phone, dude, then I'm awake.
Same.
It sucks. But other than that,
I use it as my flashlight.
Fair. Get a nightlight, bro. Jesus Christ. They're
what
like,
the hell?
They're like $3 a 4-pack.
They make glow in the dark toilet
house. She has a nightlight, but she didn't turn it on. So I'm like,
Johnny lights.
Yeah,
the Johnny lights are nice, dude. I used to have one of those. And so got home from work and then went up to the rehab to visit my grandma because it was her 93rd birthday yesterday.
Oh, nice. Sweet.
So yeah, thank you. And I showed up. Dude, their rooms are tiny, right? So she shares it with another lady. So my aunt and another relative were there already. And my parents showed up right before us. I didn't even know that. And my sister had my daughter. They went off to get coffee or whatever. And so, like, here's all of us, like, shoved in this little room while this other lady and, like, her son are in there. So obviously they were like, yeah, we're getting the fuck out. So they bounced. And this lady came down and, like, it was cool. They offered us like this giant fucking conference room. So we were able to take our whole like entourage essentially in there. So that was cool. We got to hang out with grandma for a couple hours. And then I came home, took a snooze, and then watched this fucking movie to which I am ready to talk about right meow. Yeah, that's right. I said meow. All right. This was Scuba's pick. Right?
No, this was my pick.
No, this was Chad.
This was your pick.
Scoob's pick Evil Dead Rise. That's why I picked this one.
Chad Daddy, take it away, homie.
All right. We are talking about 2013's Evil Dead, released April 15th, 2013. A long, challenging rehabilitation weekend awaits young opiate addict Mia, who has one last chance to kick the habit for good in the isolated family cabin in the thick woods. However, as Mia's estranged brother David and his girlfriend Natalie meet up with David's old friends Olivia and Eric, a hair-raising discovery in the cellar will soon lead to a frantic night of demonic possession and madness. Now an ancient malevolent force demands blood and the precious souls of the living. Who can stop the ever-growing evil of the encircling forest? Nobody.
Yeah, no.
Directed by Fede Alvarez. Am I saying that correctly?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Is that how it is?
I thought it was the D.
No, it's Fede.
Fede?
Don't Breathe, the Netflix Texas Chainsaw Massacre, not to be confused with the 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Rhodos Sayages. Oh, wait, sorry. I'm skipping ahead. Directed by Fede Alvarez. Don't Breathe, Girl in the Spider's Web. Written by Fede Alvarez. Don't Breathe, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He wrote it. He didn't direct that one. Rhodos Sayages. I probably butchered that name. Sayagues. Thank you. Don't Breathe 2, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Produced by Rob Tappert. Time Cop, The Grudge. Sam Raimi, 30 Days of Night, 65. And Bruce Campbell, Army of Darkness, Black Friday.
Yeah. That movie wasn't terrible.
It was enjoyable.
It was a fun watch.
It was a fun flick.
Yeah, it was. So take it away, Bobby.
Dave said it's pronounced Carl.
That's right.
Starring Jane Levy or Levy?
Levy?
I think it's Levy.
Don't Breathe, Monster Trucks as Mia Allen. Shiloh Fernandez, Red Riding Hood, Skateland as David Allen. Lou Taylor Pucci, Thumbsucker, American Horror Story as Eric. Jessica Lucas, Cloverfield, Pompeii as Olivia. Elizabeth Blackmore, Skin Deep, The Vampire Diaries as Natalie. Phoenix Connolly, Daffodilus. I can't pronounce
Daffodilus.
Daffodilus? What the fuck? You just fucking make it a Greek fucking.
Yes. What the hell was that?
It's the Greek.
It just didn't look like the name, okay?
Daffodilus.
Listen, for the record, in the short 30 years, I've never seen daffodil spelled out, so there you go. The Royal
That's going to be a game character that I'm going to use now.
Daffodilus.
As the royal treatment as teenager. Jim McLarty, The Frighteners, King Kong as Harold. Total body count of 7.
You know what, Gene? I'm going to agree with you. I liked Monster Trucks as well. It was a very fun popcorn movie.
Is that the one where it's the big trucks, but they're aliens?
Yeah, the alien climbs into the truck and then just
Okay.
Yeah.
Never saw it.
Never saw it.
It's a good family flick, dude, for sure. It's it's like Free Willy, but with an alien. I don't know. That's how I kind of got the idea of it. But all right.
Music by Roque Banos, Old Boy, Don't Breathe. Cinematography by Aaron Morton, Orphan Black, No One Will Save You. Edited by Brian Shaw, The Devil Dared Me To. Outrageous Fortune. Effects and makeup by Jason Dury, 30 Days a Night, Underworld, Rise of the Lycans. Distributed by Sony Pictures Releasing. Runtime 92 midgets. MPAA rating R. Budget $17 million. Gross $97.5 million.
I know I helped with that.
Yep. Same.
I wish I could.
I definitely helped with that. I don't know why, but I see the MPA rating and I'm like, I feel like there could have been a hard, it should say hard R instead of R.
Oh, you know what it was, dude? You know what the coolest part was? Is when did this come out?
2013.
April, right? Okay, so I'm pretty sure that January, I could be wrong, but that's when TCM 3D dropped.
Yes,
and I enjoyed and I enjoyed myself for that one. I'm not going to talk too much shit because we know somebody on this network, and I'd get my ass fucking handed to me. Obviously, we didn't get the way it should have been, but that you can listen to a whole different another Goremore episode to get that take. What's up, Brody?
Yeah.
Brody.
Hey, Brody.
But I will say, getting two different kind of reboots within the same year, a couple months from each other, I'm glad it was in the order it was.
Yeah, because
if I saw it the other way around,
this would have been as enjoyable.
Yeah, this movie would be a tough act to follow.
Correct. This movie made Rise not so good only because I watched it the same day. So let's see what happens when we
You should have had a week buffer at least.
See, and I watched them.
I was excited to see it, dude. I had a good open opportunity. It was like that sweet dad time at 5 a.m. when you got like 3 hours of solitude. So you're like, yeah, I could do productive things, but I'm going to do me things. So
see, I don't know what that is because my ass does not get up that early on my days off. No. 5 a.m. Nope.
My body is naturally inclined to wake up at 4:30.
I'm right with John.
That's what I'm up, dude. It's just like, hey, yo, bro,
you
need a piss, and it's like, fuck.
I'll sleep until 8. That's as far as I go.
Fair.
Except for fucking last Sunday when my goddamn alarm thought it was daylight savings and I was up at 7.
So random. But no, that was a solid quarter, I would say. But yeah, man, I'm glad this was the following act for sure. All righty.
Here's the question. I mean, I'm sure something will come up, but what's there bad to say about this movie? On a personal note, I can't think of anything.
So I will say that the first time I watched it, I was one of those people that was like, meh, it's not the original. I didn't enjoy it as much, but because I did not know Ash was at the end, I went and watched it again, and seeing Ash at the end, just hearing him say groovy, I was like, that just fucking made the movie a completely different thing for me, because it's Ash watching this shit happen from wherever the fuck he's time hopping or fucking multi-dimensional traveling, whatever the fuck he's doing. And like I said, I was reading, I before we started the show, I was reading a graphic novel called Hell to the Queen. Hell to the Queen. And so it's basically Ash hopping through fucking multiverses, and he lands in a universe where Ash is a female. And so it's hilarity ensues as he's trying to bang himself, but
hey, that's just a hand job. Okay.
Yeah. That's whatever. But
she's masturbating. Exactly.
But she's a badass. She's hot. She wants nothing to fucking do with him, but she's got the same fucking attitude that he has. Wears the same shit, that has the same fucking missing hand. So when I saw that at the end, it put it in a new perspective for me where, holy shit, this could take place in that same fucking universe, or in the same series. It's just Ash hopping universes or whatever the fucking case, crazy shit they could have done with that ending had they, gone forward with making Ash and Mia team up eventually.
Dude, with that ending, I was the only motherfucker that was standing ovation in my theater. And I was a little appalled, but I think like Jen was I was just starting to still get her like into horror, and my buddy and his wife, they're not really like, he likes the first Evil Dead. He doesn't like the campy stuff. So it's like, all right, whatever. I get it. But robot hand jobs are like strangers. Metal strangers. Ugh.
Oh, that's.
But no, man. So I absolutely love this fucking movie. Like I said, I gave a standing ovation when Bruce Campbell showed up, and I was like, fuck yeah. This movie was just so wet, so gross, this ending alone was one of the most metal things I've seen in a fucking horror movie in a long time.
Literally rains blood.
It is blood.
Raining blood while this bitch is eating a fucking chainsaw. That's a metal song, bro.
Yeah,
Raining
Blood should have been playing in the fucking background.
It was fucking
like dope as shit. And I will say,
not to jump ahead by any means, spoilers or anything.
But if you haven't fucking seen the movie, it's been out since 2013.
Yeah, you've had plenty of time.
You've had plenty of time.
Literally 11 years. But 11 years in a week.
What I love about this movie is that you kind of get the same, but it's completely fucking different. You get a group of friends going to a cabin. The reason is completely different from the original. The characters are completely different fucking characters, but they are similar in certain aspects. They're not blatant ripoffs of the original characters. Just like David, you think the entire movie that David's going to be our final guy. David is the Ash character of this story.
But he's not.
Until he fucking dies. And you're like, what?
You know what it is, bro? They gave us a feast but they fucking teased us the whole time, and
They
not just
teased us the
fucking
whole
not in the
fucking
first
movie.
8 seconds of just like, yo, this is the hero. No, it's not. You.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did, and I absolutely fucking love that because it's not just, oh well, let's just cut and paste from the original and give you the original just with updated actors and updated graphics. No, they completely flipped the fucking script.
And going with that, let's reverse it all the way to the beginning, right? Even into our introduction of our characters.
I love it.
It is a blatant, like, the settings are the same, or at least very familiar to what we know.
Yeah.
So that's what gives us like, okay, it gives you that real good sense of what's going on. And it does for a really solid amount of beats until it flips this shit 180, dude.
Yeah.
And
what does it flip it?
Yeah, and it does it in such a good way that it makes its complete own. And it's one of the reasons I hold this as one of the best fucking reboots that's ever come out.
Yeah, this we need to also discuss, like, the physical performances of the actors when they're possessed is outstanding.
It's unbelievable.
Like,
it's gross.
The Deadites in this are fucking terrifying. They are. They're not. And granted, you can't. And I don't want to compare it to the original because, of course, that's back then. The graphics or the special effects.
These are different, bro.
But these are different. These are actual possessed. And I don't even know if we should call them Deadites, because are they Deadites or what? I mean, are they possessed by
I would still characterize them as
demons?
Deadites because they are possessed by demons, which Deadites are anyways.
Yeah.
Yes.
These are just Christian demons, I guess you would say. Or are they even?
No. No, I wouldn't. I don't think so.
Well, I just think they're just this particular book's one. I mean, it depends on how. Maybe this book only deals with this specific, like, main demon that comes at the end.
Yeah.
Or there's other, like, he only read the chapter that involved that
one.
I don't know, because the passage that he read, that he spoke, was identical to the one in the original Evil Dead 2.
True.
Right, but I feel like that's just, and that could always just be an opening incantation and allows anything to potentially leak in. But this book knew specifically, although even in Evil Dead 2, you get the reference of the big face before it becomes, like, we actually see it, like, turn into that at the end.
Yeah.
So, like I'm saying, like, maybe each book dwells with its own specific demon.
Could be, because
I would say so.
Jumping ahead a little bit, when it gets to Evil Dead Rise, it mentions 3 different books.
Yes,
which we also get in Army of Darkness. So,
well, I don't think that's what they're referring to. I think
why not?
Because I thought that there was only one. I kind of took it as there was only one true Necronomicon.
One true book there, and the other 2 were just like straight up. All right.
That's how I took that as. But I think what this is referring to is that
there's actually like a trilogy of Necronomicon.
Yeah, I think it's referring to the Necronomicon that we've seen in the Evil Dead movies, the one from this movie, and the one from Evil Dead Rise. Those are the ones that I consider the 3 books.
See, I'm hoping it's differently. Like, we have 2013 Rise, and we are supposed to be getting another one. So I'm hoping it's like the newer movies have their books, because it's drastically changed, obviously, in Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah, but we already know that Ash was the voiceover in the thing with the priest for Rise.
Yeah.
So, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Ahead of that, but
So
I mean, obviously,
and is it? But see, and that's the thing: is it the Ash we know? Is it a different multiversal Ash?
Well, if you were
that exists.
I mean, like, if you're going off of comics, it's always the Ash essentially from
the
movie.
So what happened? This is in my notes. I can skip ahead and say this. So what
go ahead.
Originally had planned was they were going to do a sequel to Army of Darkness.
Okay.
Then they were going to do
which ending?
That I'm not sure of.
Because if they went directors, it would be in the future.
Yeah.
Where it's almost be like apocalyptic. Which would be cool.
Because there was supposed to be a sequel to Army of Darkness. Then I think a sequel to this, and they were going to cross over. So the sequel to Army of Darkness evolved into the Ash versus Evil Dead series.
And I could still see this crossing over with that.
It still could, because the sequel to this became Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah.
So does this feel like this and Rise would, I know we talked this kind of a little pre-show, but does this feel like this and Rise could easily be more same universe?
I think so.
I would. That's what I always thought.
I honestly think they're all the same universe.
Yeah. Just think Ash has them way more like goofy time dealing with
it. Yeah, because they're different books. They're summoning different demons.
Yeah.
See,
it can happen.
No, that's true, because even in the show, and this is like, obviously we're all correlating way too much nerd shit into this movie that necessarily isn't right there now.
Right, yeah.
But he dealt with some fucking crazy dark demons in the show.
Yeah, he did.
Way darker than in the movies. So yeah, absolutely. What's
up,
Tay?
Taylor said she heard Evil Dead Rise and came running.
Damn right.
So one thing I will say, I mean, there's nothing I don't not like about this movie. But what I really love about this movie is from start to finish, it's harsh, it's dark, it's a freight train that's going to hit you, even in the quiet moments. The intensity, the tenseness between everybody that's also on the screen, it's harsh. It's not meant to be it's not meant to be like we're going to coast you and then get into you. It's like, no, you're in this. You're going to run with it. You have no choice.
What I think makes it more real is the fact that you're dealing with this character that is going through these withdrawals and is going through this just terrible time in their life. I don't know if you guys have ever dealt with anybody that has been in that situation, but I have.
Unfortunately.
And it's fucking horrible, the shit that they do.
Dude, you would think that some people would think somebody would be possessed in a situation like that.
Exactly.
Like
and so that so that right there is like, okay, well, is she possessed? To the characters, well, there's nothing wrong with her. She's just going through this shit. She's making this shit up. Like, and so you really don't see any of that come into play until she burns herself. Then that's when they're like, oh, well, maybe something's wrong with her that isn't just her going through withdrawals. And I love that the book has these different triggers that are leading up to this demon resurrecting before, and it's a great fucking movie, man. And it is one of those one of those remakes that I think surpasses the original.
Got it right.
Don't get me wrong. I love Evil Dead.
It's one of those. Yeah, no, it's 100. You appreciate the original for what it is, and still enjoy it and love it. But this one is just, it hits the senses how you want it to hit it too. And you feel like almost the original wanted to do that too. Just obviously time and budgetary constraints then. So,
and one of my I know I'm jumping ahead and jump whatever, but like when I say it's harsh, like even when that quiet moment, but you still feel that intensity when he's talking about nothing's been right since we've gotten here. We've seen this shit in the basement. This book.
You talking about when Eric's saying that?
Yeah.
But no offense, dude. That's when I'm yelling at the fucking screen. I'm like, no, fuck you, dude. You're the one who did this shit, you asshole.
But my favorite part of that whole scene is the camera slung low and you just see Mia's feet and she's walking. Well, and I'm just like, this is about to get 10 times worse. I'm either prepared or I'm not, but I'm here for this.
Well, dude,
that was that moment of like, this is really about to take off.
Yeah, it's about to fucking pick up. And the scene that just gets to me every fucking time is when the chick's cutting her face.
Oh, her whole scene with the
glass,
bro.
It's brutal. Like even when she's just standing there and you just see her feet and the piss just starts rolling down her legs. She just gets
locked.
Yeah, bro. It's like, oh, what the fuck?
Oh, Brody, we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there, Brody.
Yeah.
Did anyone else, when she was cutting off her face and she turns around, did anyone else think she looked like a lot like Melina in the Mortal Kombat movie?
She did.
100%. One thing I want to just jump back just a scotch. So before you mentioned the boils when she gets burned and everything like that, which, ouch. This is one thing, and I want to bring up this. I remember my buddy mentioning this because while he liked the first one thing he thought was always kind of corny was the bridge stuff. And I liked what they did in this. It was just an over flooded road. It wasn't because, like, if you think about it, man, if you saw a bridge literally like uprooted that way, that's even some more like monstrous shit. But like, this is like, okay, we're still don't think there's any demons here because this just seems like a natural kind of thing. So.
But the thing is, it hadn't even rained that much. So that's a mind fuck in itself because where the fuck did that come from? You know?
Yeah, to be that.
I can honestly say that is
that's your backyard.
Feasible. That is feasible because it could pour down rain, 10 miles from here.
Yeah.
And trickle down effect, it'll flood down here because of that.
Yeah. That's true because even if we have a solid day of rain here for like a day and a half, there's a bridge over here where the train goes over, it'll be underwater. So, and that's just steady, not even heavy rain.
All right. So going back to, we first get like Mia possessed. When we get this is like, obviously this is the shit hits the fan fucking moment. Like Bob mentioned before,
like Gene said last week.
And it's not even that. It's just everything is very fast after this.
Mm-hmm.
Like these people are getting turned quick. This isn't like a drawn out one, kind of like the original a little bit.
No,
and I want to say, even though he caused it all to happen, holy fuck, poor.
No. That's karma. That was
definitely karma.
That is, dude, 100% karma for him fucking around. He got fucked the worst out of
Play
everybody.
Stupid games, win stupid prizes.
I'm not gonna lie, when I watched this like a while back again, I forgot how much damage he took.
Bro, just with the crowbar alone, she beats his fucking ass.
Listen, the dildo of consequences rarely arrives lubed, right? So you know what I mean? This shit, bro.
It arrived with nails sticking out of it.
I don't know what was worse, man, because he got fucked up right in the bathroom scene. Now let's get right to what Brody was talking about, because this is where he really got fucked up in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Is the needle stab. That scene was fucking intense because you don't know he's about to pull a needle out from his eye. You think she was stabbing him the whole time in the hand and shit like that. Oh, but man, that first time you see that scene, that was I think that's where it really sets the level of, this is where this movie's going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I also think it got set again in another scene before we get to the dismemberment one with the girl in the cellar and Mia coming up with the knife.
Oh,
that was
and
awesome.
Just cutting her
that
tongue.
was fantastic.
Come on, like
that
they
right
thought
there
when they're making
cringe.
this movie, like, we're gonna do this. Oh yes, like this.
Like that. Like every time I watch this movie and that scene comes up, I cringe every time because it's like, oh, what the fuck?
Like,
what the fuck were you thinking?
Her eyes are hard to look at. I'm like, I want to watch you. I can't look at your eyes.
See that the picture down there right below us, that creeps Steph out like big time.
I mean, you imagine seeing that in your own fucking house one night.
And I really wish the unrated cut was available for all you guys to see, because
because I don't know, what am I missing with the unrated cut?
I've never watched. Well, besides theater,
like
I've never watched anything
longer.
besides
There's an extended scene there where she's looking up under the cellar and does the "We're Gonna Get You" singing like in the first one.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
nice.
It's really creepy.
Brody said he wants to know what happened to the inbred family at the start.
What was their whole story, man? Like,
I was just about to bring that up.
But we also don't know how long
that time in between.
We don't know the time in between that opening scene happening and this happening. So it could have been years before.
This is what I'm petitioning. They dealt with it, and obviously, I don't think it was the guy that was burned, but he was burned because of it, is my guess. Not saying he was the one possessed, because obviously he would have been killed. But
that and I love that opening because it's right off it's different, but it also shows that this is not the first time it's happened. Although, I mean, we didn't really have in the first one, we didn't have an inclination it happened before. This showed it happen, but that there was a group of people that knew what to do. I don't know why, but that just fascinated the absolute hell out of me.
This book might have not been found in like some castle and shit like that while they were doing archaeology studies. You know what I mean? Maybe this one just happened to be deep embedded in the woods or the bayou or wherever this fuck, because we don't know where this takes place, right? Like this is in Michigan, like
it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't say.
Yeah, very vague.
So this could be anywhere fucking USA, which is fine. That's cool. Maybe the cabin fucking, the cabin multiverse hops to where different locations and shit.
Not only that, one more thing, the location of that cabin, that is some deep woods. Like that shit alone is just scary, let alone the movie itself.
Well, I just had a thought. So maybe the car, because of course we see Ash's car.
Hell yeah, dude. That was a moment.
Maybe that was the car of the inbred family. And so they died off or something. And
I took that as that was Nobi's car, maybe.
I don't think Nobi figures into this one, though.
What? That was him in the beginning. That shot his daughter?
Was it?
Yeah.
Was that supposed to be Nobi?
I'm pretty fucking sure.
I didn't take it to be that it was.
Dude, I swear to God that it was supposed to be Nobi. And that's why they it was the daughter from the second one, but she ends up getting possessed. Because he talks about the mother. I swear to God it was, I don't know. Maybe
I did not take that as that being Nobi.
No? I don't know. I always did. And that's what it always made it.
And it would make sense because she said she did mention mom being dead, so that could have been Henrietta.
Right.
Yeah, it is Nobi. It says yes, the 2013 Evil Dead film feature. Oh.
No, it has Nobi's voice.
It's the audio. It just has the audio. I don't know if that's him.
Yeah.
See, that's why I thought it was him, though.
That's why I thought it wasn't, because of his audio playing over the credits.
Wow, that could change it then. If that, I don't know. I thought it was, so that's why I thought it was cool. Because that's why I was like, oh, cool. We are really following the beats, and then it really does the crazy 180. Interesting.
Because when you think about it, this seems like it fits more into the universe of the first Evil Dead movie than Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness.
Yes, 100%.
Because even the book is named the Notarum de Montum, which was what it was called in the first one. Then after that was the Necronomicon.
No, dude, I always took that as Nobi, and they, instead of Henrietta getting possessed, the daughter was with him this time. And the daughter was that got possessed, killed the mom, and then he had this random fucking Hills of Eyes family show up and been like, no, we know how to deal with demons. Let's do this. Or maybe just that lady knew how to read the actual Latin of the book or whatever.
And you know what? It doesn't even list them.
The whole family is just like Jake from Evil Dead 2.
Yeah, 100%. Bobby Joe!
My God.
That's
good old reliable Jake.
Hey, fuck yeah, man.
you know that song, John.
From the Evil Dead musical?
Yeah.
Dude, loved it. I love that musical so much. I wish they actually had a real
like a movie version of it.
Yes, dude.
I've never
great.
Never
it would be so fucking great.
Great.
It's on YouTube, Bobby.
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, you can watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, but you
don't get the same feel. You got to watch it live.
If they got a splatter zone, get in the
definitely
splatter
get it. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! If I ever found out it was coming, I'd do it.
So no, this movie. It's not that the first Evil Dead didn't feel grounded, but I think it was just the effects and things like that changed a little bit with the claymation. This one, like I said, even with the bridge scene, we're grounding a little bit more. It's just an easy flooding, but the torture stuff in this, yeah, man, I still watch the original one and I still go, ugh, every time she stabs that pencil into her fucking ankle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sucks. I think we can all imagine what that feels like. This shit
cuts off
is
an arm.
A whole new fucking level of just makes you feel ouch. And that's the best. You're just like, ugh.
Tell me, has anybody else been able to look at an electric knife the same after this?
Oh, bro.
Because I can't.
I haven't been able to look. Dude, I haven't been able to look at an electric knife since fucking Maximum Overdrive.
Maximum Overdrive.
Oh yeah, that one too. Yeah.
So it's funny because like you would think that's the worst one, and maybe it is for most. It's not for me. And you know what the worst one is? It's when the machete goes into her knee. Because I've had something very similar like happen like that, and it's just like, like I don't know, dude. It's just like you're almost like cake at that point. But no, oh man,
There's put it this way. I don't. No, go ahead, John. You go.
I was gonna say if we wanted to change it from like best kill to like goriest scene or something, you know what I mean? Like this would have a plethora of choices.
You could choose the third act. Like,
and can we just talk about the badassness of the brother and sister combo of kicking stuff down to get to their get to them in need? Like the bro does the kick like shotgun that just like falls into his arm, and I'm like, that's badass. But then she did it with the fucking fuel, where she was like, bam, fucking what do I want to say? Fonzie that shit, dude.
I got a huge kick out of the fact that the fucking gas for the chainsaw is kept in a goddamn Gatorade bottle.
Gatorade bottle, yeah.
Love it, bro. That is some backwoods redneck shit.
It is.
I was gonna say I don't know, man. Well, you know why? It's because it's mixed, so that's why they So you know, and usually you don't need that much. I understand.
I couldn't find anything online at all about who that family was at the beginning or who.
I swear to God,
father
it was
and daughter were.
Dude. I don't know why. I'm still claiming that in my head, but it doesn't have to
one of my favorite scenes though is when he is burying his sister to kill her and bring her back to life. That's such a surreal moment that it really shows that you'll do anything you can to get someone back, especially when it's this extreme.
But he was smart about it.
That too. No, it was. It was very smart. I also love that about it.
And you know what? This is where, and not to judge Rise before we actually watch it for the show, but this is where this movie to me is at least one good notch above Rise, because it gives us a building montage of some kind.
Yeah.
And every fucking Evil Dead has that, except for Rise.
Evil Dead Rise.
Yep.
Yeah. And you could have done it. You could have done it anywhere, right? And maybe we kind of did it with the DJ shit.
I was going to say with the DJ shit, it was a little. It didn't
feel the same.
It didn't feel the same because it wasn't a weapon.
No, you got to have. Well, even like even the first time, like when he like puts her head in the vice in number 2, like it kind of does some stuff, and that's not even necessarily a weapon one, you know what I mean? But it's just, I don't know.
You mentioned him putting her head in the vice, and all I can think of is after he puts her head in the vice and she's running her mouth, "You're going down,"
right? And then the body comes in.
Me and my bros, we sat around and laughed our asses off. Rewound that like 5 times, watching that over and over again, just for that. You're going down.
Brody, you're not wrong. The cheese grater scene is probably the worst. But we'll discuss.
We'll get there next month.
We'll get to that
next month, isn't it?
Yes,
May 20th.
So we all realize, and this is not. I'm not trying to like jump ahead to questions, but obviously, like, Eric's the dick, like hands down. There's no way nobody doesn't think he is not the dick bag of this fucking.
Yeah, but it wasn't intentional. He just,
homie. The shit says do not read.
It literally says do not read. And then he goes a step even fucking further to figure out what was scribbled out and then reads it out loud.
I feel like there was like a disembodied voice whispering him, like telling him to do that, trying to manifest.
You know what though?
But then that's like when you tell your kids don't touch the flame and they do it, and they did it.
Hey, they got to learn the hard way.
I'm also throwing some shade on the family from the beginning here, and I'm going to do it respectfully. But if you don't want anybody to fuck with that book, why in the fuck are you leaving it in the center of a table? I don't care if you're wrapping it up, and hide that shit. Put it in the stone wall.
Telling you, maybe they died off. Maybe they died off before they could do anything with it.
I could see that.
Because that
would make sense.
Like I said, I'm thinking there's a huge time gap from what we saw at the beginning to when they're rolling up to the cabin. I don't think it happened within a few weeks or a month even. Well, I think it happened. years before.
Well, also, isn't this Mia and her brother? Isn't this their family cabin?
It's supposed to be. That's
Well,
like because they got other pictures and shit.
Well, the only reason why I kind of I'm going to bring that up now is let's think about this just for a second. I'm going deep for this. If that's their family cabin, how many years have they had it and not dealt with the smell that those cats had?
But didn't they say they were there before?
That's what I was just going to say. I have a feeling this is a little more recent than you guys are thinking.
Yeah.
Those cats were still somewhat fresh.
The cats were still so much fresh,
and smelling after a certain period of time.
And the nurse friend said that they had done this last summer or some shit like that. So
I don't think they did it there, though. I don't think that.
No, I think they just meant they did that in the city.
Yeah, I think they just meant that they were trying to get Mia to go cold.
So then, now that as we think about it, that means that had to have happened within that year time frame, because those cats, that's if it's a family cabin and it's been there for years.
I'm saying that
was
2 weeks tops. I'm saying
now that I think about that, yeah, that's true. So where the fuck is that redneck family?
And here's the thing, man. Think of it like this: like those people. Maybe it's like the original Evil Dead, where like they were going to a cabin illegally. You know what I mean? It wasn't their cabin; it was the Nobi cabin. So it's like maybe that other family just happened to break into this cabin or whatever the fuck and utilize that.
Yeah, what was up with that? Was it like an Airbnb kind of thing that they just?
I don't know. That's something.
I don't know about you, but if my Airbnb says middle of the woods and I see nothing, I think I'm going to go to the hotel and say thank you very much.
Or maybe they were at a different cabin and it led them to that one, and that's where they did their shit. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. I still took it as Nobi, though. I'm going to say that just because
it's not.
To me, it is, dude. I like it even more than it is, because then it's like
Gene says the best B&B ever.
Fucking right, bro. But no, this one's cool because like this book. With this one, the book tells us legit what the hell's going on. We don't need somebody to come in and transcribe it or have a video recorder do it or anything like that, which is cool. Don't get me fucking wrong, but that's the Raimi-verse version of that. This is this one, so it's got to be a little different.
Feedy-verse.
Fucking right.
I like the Feedy-verse.
And I fucking dig it, man. It's
this is a solid movie. All around.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And it's actually legitimately scary.
Yes.
And I can't. It's hard to say that sometimes about a lot of movies.
Steph still won't watch it. That's why I watched it when they were at a birthday party yesterday.
Oh, she won't watch it with you?
Nope.
Really?
Because of possessed Mia. That creeps her the hell out.
Just get her like a stuffed animal she could hide behind, dude. You know what I mean? Good. Oh man, this is definitely the one that personally I would not want to take the kids to go see. Obviously every kid is different, but Heather, it does, because it's just, and it's not even, it's gross, it's scary, it's wet.
It also just it gives you that realistic feeling of just what if. It's far fetched, but it's like what if. But even you don't know what's in some of these buildings.
Hey man, there's some creepy shit out there. I'm not saying
that's what I mean.
I'm saying this can't happen.
And tune in to the next episode of Somewhat Supernatural to find out what that spooky shit is.
Absolutely. I swear to God, Steve's possessed on his show. Like, I'm not watching you.
So I will say what's cool about this movie too, and it takes the over embellishment of the first one and still kind of sticks with it. When we get that first puke scene of Mia puking on Olivia, that was still like over the top fucking puke scene.
Yeah.
It wasn't just blood. That was chunky. There was,
dude,
there was in her hair. That was,
you know what, man? I've seen plenty of girls do that after a thing of Wapatula. It happens. That's exactly what that was. Mia came in a little too hammered. Ugh, that chunky juicy card.
That's.
But no, is there any other specific like things that you guys want to talk about? If not, I can bring in Mr. Kane.
I want to hear what Brody has to say.
Let's hear what Brody has to say. Yeah.
I mean, clearly we all enjoy this movie, dude. But you know what's weird? I will say before I bring him in, it's one of those ones where I wouldn't want to watch like consistently on repeat But like a solid like once a year or so like that, dude, it's just like it's fucking money. You're like
it's like Alien. It's like Alien. It's just such a special thing that you only
you don't want to overkill it.
Right.
So you just want to keep it just vague enough every time to where you're like you might forget something here and there. All right, Mr. Kane, let's see what you got to say, handsome fella.
Well, howdy fucking doody there, cunts. It's your DKB here back for another episode of Gore, and this week I'm here to talk to you about the remake Evil Dead. Plain and simple, this movie is fucking badass from start to goddamn finish.
Hell yeah.
It had no right to be a fantastic fucking remake of an already fantastic fucking movie. But yet, somewhat Fede Alvarez really took note and appreciated the previous films compared to this. Threw in those Easter eggs here and there, everywhere, wherever it may be, and was able to construct an absolute masterpiece of definitely one of the better remakes, I personally think. And that's a rare thing to achieve, especially, I'm pretty sure that having this as his first time feature film, you know, he really had balls to come out and create such a fantastic fucking movie, especially basing it on an original premise with such a massive audience that had just had so much love for it in the horror community, and for him to come out and hit the fucking ball out of the park with this film, yeah, incredible stuff. Fede is killing it, absolutely killing it with this fucking film. So, gentlemen, sit back and relax and listen to me gush about how fucking great this film is.
Yeah,
kicking it off. Practical effects, need I say any more? Absolutely fucking flawless indeed. I'm just glad they didn't cop out with CGI. And they definitely paid homage to the previous first three films and keeping it fucking old school, which I really, really dig the most about it. I love the creativity that's gone into bringing back to life the location, the cabin aesthetic, even if it's the props, the creativity that's gone into the kills themselves, even the sound design itself when the demons come to life, and how they're able to throw a couple of Easter eggs in there throughout the vocal range of certain characters from the first film. I thought that was really cool. But like I mentioned about production design in this film, I really like how it's, you know, it kind of feels like a little bit of a polished version of the first film, but I think that's just mainly due to the cinematography. You can definitely tell that this cabin sort of fits in the same world as the first three films. I love how the cinematography was able to capture the element and essence of this gothic aesthetic, where it's very dark, grimy, and gritty in certain scenes. It's like you can smell the cats in the basement in one scene, the burnt post that's in the other room in the basement. You can smell, I don't know, the cinematography. It's probably mainly due to the color palette of this film and the color grading, whatever it may be. But that definitely helps, gives it that, like, feels like at times baby poo green flushed out through some of the scenes, but it really works for the aesthetic of daylight in the exterior shots, and even in the interior shots, how it's minimal lighting and they only really use like the fireplace in the lounge scenes to really capture half the shadow play, whatever it may be, on the walls. But it's very dimly lit, and I think it's perfect to create that realism and atmosphere for this type of film. Great stuff. Yeah, the acting in this film I thought was done superbly. These characters themselves, you know, the characters I dig, except for the one that caused all this fucking mayhem. He was an absolute dumb fuck. He's meant to be a school teacher from memory, and yet he is somewhat the fucking dumb cunt of the bunch that unleashes this fucking evil. But yet, obviously, you don't have him. I think it's Eric. If you don't have Eric, you don't have no fucking movie. And I'm just kind of glad he slowly got his upcomings. Like he got tortured like fuck, and I'm glad he got tortured because he's the one that fucked everything up. So
exactly, that's why they did it.
Yeah, the characters themselves, I thought the acting was done it was very decent. There was really no standout performances, which was good. Everyone sort of had their own little thing here and there. But it was still enjoyable enough for me to go, holy fuck, yeah, that's cool. I really enjoyed it. I really guess the one question I have about this film essentially is the fact, well, if memory serves me well, I'll go back.
That scared the shit out of me.
That's fucking weird. Demonic presence already in here. Fuck off. Demon be gone. Let me ask this question before you fucking possess me.
It was just a hunch.
In saying that,
yeah, right.
If memory serves me well, Fede Alvarez stated in an interview, I'm pretty sure, that this film takes place 30 years after the OG. Now, I know in Army of Darkness we've got the 3 fucking books, whatever it may be. But if this film takes place after the first one, why the change of the book? Why does it not have a face on it? Is there something in between the first film and this film that we're not obviously getting? Like, why the change? Why the change of book? It's probably the one question I have. It might be a stupid question, but see if you can answer that one for me. Maybe I'm just not thinking too hard. I'm a bit fucking tired and fucking knackered, but whatever it may be, it just sort of hit me while I was watching it tonight. So,
word.
So in saying that, I won't bore you for much longer. I did watch the unrated version, which has 10 minutes extra in it, essentially, or just over. It's not all violence that was cut from this film. It was bits and pieces here and there, but the violence that was cut from this film definitely should have stayed in it, and that's, thank fuck we have the unrated version. So I'm going to be basing my score off the unrated version.
That pisses me off.
So I want to give it a 5, but I think I'm going to have to go with the Gore score of a 4.8.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
In saying that, this is your DKB.
You could have won a 5, homie.
Yeah.
I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say.
Because he had nothing bad to say about it.
Catch you mother lickers next week. So cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers, Brody, and thank you kindly, sir.
So the funny thing is, I was going to watch the unrated cut too, but I thought it'd be unfair to judge that. And then you guys watched the rated cut, so I just stuck with the rated cut.
But it's still great. It's still
I watched the unrated cut. I don't give a shit.
It wouldn't change. My rating wouldn't change. You know what I mean? Like,
no.
It
So
would be like, oh.
Here's what I thought. Here's my thought process in all this, okay? So let's say that the 3 books exist in the same universe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So all 3 different versions of the Necronomicon are in essentially the main universe, which is Ash. Okay, all three of these books exist already, but the reason we're focused on the original Necronomicon is because that's the one we're introduced to. That's the one Nobi finds. He doesn't know about these other 2 versions of the book. I'm not saying that the Army of Darkness 3 books that we see are in fact the 3 Necronomicons that we see, because of course they all look identical in that scene. But if there are 3, because we do know that there are 3 books, if they are all in the same universe, who's to say this isn't the same cabin? Like I just texted you guys while Brody was talking.
Mm-hmm.
Who's to say this isn't the same cabin that all that shit happened to Ash? Mia's parents or grandparents or whoever buy the cabin after the fact. Maybe those hillbillies know something about the book, or they're drawn to that cabin because that cabin is a catalyst or something where the first book was used. And so the second book made its way to the cabin for whatever reason, somehow, because
the first book would have been sucked back into time.
Yeah. So this is like a trigger point in that location for these books, essentially. Like it has
it's like a fixed point in time, basically.
Yeah, it's like that's the spot where
did kind of do that in the comics a little bit, where they kept destroying the cabin, but the cabin kept rebuilding, and they couldn't figure out why. It was actually Ash's hand would rebuild the entire cabin. Like, which is awesome. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm down because obviously, like, the cabin would have been kind of fucked up. Somebody could have come in, bought it, rebuilt it.
I mean, because it looks very similar to the cabin, the original cabin.
I mean, we didn't get a full deer mount, but we did have antlers on the wall at least.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, and that would come with somebody else buying it and taking down the shit that was in there and making it their own.
Hey, like, this thing looks like a fucking puppet. What the fuck? But I wish we got a little bit more of the cabin fuckery, but I'm thinking I'm mixing a little bit more of 2.
I think the cabin fuckery would have just kind of thrown this one off because of the serious tone that
I thought we were going to get it when the book flipped over and the pages started blowing, but that was just more like a spooky book kind of a thing, not the actual like the books are going to start laughing at you and shit. I don't know, man. There's nothing really bad to say about this movie.
No, and the fact that everybody likes to point out it's a reboot, I'm like, yeah, it's a damn good one. I put this in my top of reboots with like The Fly, The Blob, and like this. Like,
it's
if
like
I had to pick 3 in The Thing, it'd be those 4.
It's like when people cover songs, when bands cover songs. If you're gonna play it exactly the same, why even fucking play it? Correct. If you're gonna cover a song and you make it your own, I'm gonna give you more respect for that because you made it your own, and that's what Fede Alvarez did with this. He took the basics of the original and fucking made it his own, and it fucking works.
Yeah,
right. There's just certain points you're like, okay, we got to keep these points.
Yeah,
this kind of rhythm. But everything else is game to change.
Yeah, and instead of a whole hand cut like we got it, with Ashen 2, she fucking cuts her whole fucking arm off. Like
bicep down.
But we still get a hand.
Yeah,
and then we get a hand rip.
Yeah, it rips off. She didn't cut it. She tears it off.
And that is a...
I think that's more badass.
That's worse, like
cutting your hand off with the chainsaw.
I agree. Because when he cuts his hand off,
I don't know, man.
He's like crazy. He's like,
I don't know, dude. Come on,
like,
man. I'm still gonna say starting a chainsaw with your teeth is pretty badass. So I'm not gonna say no to that either.
I'm not saying it's not badass. I'm just saying,
but
ripping your fucking hand out and then shoving it into a fucking chainsaw, all meaty and shit. Mia's a badass.
No, she is. I'm not gonna say she's not for sure, definitely. But she definitely has the fight or flight moment, dude.
Yeah.
She didn't just sit there and take it like a bitch. You know what I mean? She was just like, no, fuck this, dude.
Yep.
Like when you're using your own legs to just be like, oh, that was the funniest moment where I'm trying to watch it, but I'm also watching my wife's face because she's kind of like half hiding behind a pillow, like because she doesn't want to watch it, but she still does. And it's
so I put it on last night. Mel's seen it before. She fucking loves the movie.
Yeah.
Well, she's like, give me the remote. And I'm like, why? She's like, because if you start falling asleep, I'm gonna change it. I'm like, you've seen it before. She's like, you're not fucking leaving me alone to watch this scary shit by myself.
It's scary, Steve.
I'm like, you've seen it before. What the shit?
It's scary, Steve. Stop.
It's a scary, man.
Like me, I can put it on Tubi, put on a horror movie. I drift away.
It's like white noise,
sleep.
bro. You're like,
yeah.
She's like, I don't know how you can go to sleep with bitches yelling and screaming and people dying. And I'm like, this comforts me. I don't know.
My wife had to watch. My wife though was kind of the same way because like when we were going to bed, she's like, okay, now I need to watch something not scary before I go to bed. I was like, really? So she had to watch an episode of Seinfeld.
Yeah, that's what you watch, dude. That's what we fucking put on. I swear to God, that's what she put on. She's like, you're falling asleep. I'm turning it off, and she put fucking Seinfeld on.
It was The Office for me, but yeah, I get
He's
that.
in a pod.
I just watched the Pez episode right before joining you boys.
Nice.
Pez class. All right. So Brody gave us the bar at 4.8, setting it high. Thank you again, Brody. And I feel like we answered your question, but I'm going to reiterate once again. I'm just going to say different book.
Yeah.
That's the reasoning. Other than that, I'm gonna let Chad Daddy finish that yawn and then hand this. You are fine, bro. I'm gonna hand this over to you and see what we got behind them.
I want to hear
behind them curtains, buddy.
Hell yeah! So I'm sure we've all heard this, but according to reports in the press, the film used 70,000 gallons of fake blood. In an interview, Fede Alvarez said they had 50,000 for the final scene alone. This is comparable to the 200 to 300 gallons used in the original.
Damn.
That's
a lot of fucking blood.
That's a lot of blood.
A lot of blood. That's a lot of. Never mind. Leave that alone. Continue.
95% of the remake was shot in chronological order. This was done because a lot of the film takes place in a controlled environment, and the level of blood and violence gets worse and worse as the film progresses. By shooting in order, the filmmakers could throw blood on the walls and not worry it would mess up another shot where it needed to be cleaned.
Fucking genius.
That's a smart idea.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
Although he has a background in CGI, director Fede Alvarez chose to go with the practical effects for the film's visuals, mainly out of tribute to what Sam Raimi achieved on a very limited budget back in 1980. There was some CGI, but that was mostly used to remove wires and stuff like that.
I think
it was used to clean up shots.
I think one of the worst potential, and I don't think it was fully CGI. Maybe it was just edited. But But it was when what's her name actually, like, she did lose her arm and the blood was just kind of pouring out. That looked a little wonky. The blood, like, I don't know. I feel like that might have been some CGI mix. I could be fucking wrong. I don't know. So, I know sometimes, it's used to enhance. So
Yes. When producer Robert Tappert suggested the possibility of an Evil Dead remake to Sam and Bruce, Raimi responded the most favorably, whereas Bruce Campbell was the least enthusiastic of the three. Raimi thought The Evil Dead was exactly the sort of film that could be successfully updated and reimagined by a new generation of filmmakers, while Campbell was not happy to pass on his iconic role of Ash. He relented when he heard the film would feature a new set of characters and the role of Ash would not be recast.
Which, you know what? I don't disagree with him, man. He made that fucking character who he was.
Yeah, he did.
Like, that wasn't like he was writing that shit with Sam the whole fucking way through. So you know what I mean? Like, he made that character.
He is fucking Ash.
Yes,
right.
yes.
So
Yes.
nobody else could play it. Like, okay, I shouldn't say that, but cinematically wise, dude, like, I don't know if anybody would really accept anybody else coming in to try to fill those boots.
No, those are shoes that you just leave to the side and let it be where they are.
Like, nobody has that, like, charisma and machismoism, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
or the chin. They don't have the chin.
No.
I mean, come on, man. He's like almost like live action Johnny Bravo. Like,
kinda, yeah.
Tell you, man, his best roles in fucking Bubba Hotep.
I fucking love that movie
good.
now.
That is the best
That is a
Elvis
good one.
movie that Elvis was never in.
dude, there is so. Have you ever watched Help My Name Is Bruce? Or was it Help?
My name is
Is it Help My Name Is Bruce?
I thought it was just
No, my name is Bruce.
It's just My Name Is Bruce.
Yeah.
No, I've never watched it.
Bro, it's so, it's like the sci-fi level movies of cheese, like hardcore.
God.
Still funny, but just whole different levels of in
I'll
comparison
have
to
to
like.
see if I can find it on Tubi or Demand.
All right, Chad Daddy, sorry, back to you.
When the broken necklace is found outside of the cabin, it can be seen resting in the shape of a skull, just like in the original Evil Dead.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
That's
did not
so
pick that.
fucking wicked.
I didn't pick that up either, but I like the fact that now I know that.
If you take the first letters of the main characters, David, Eric, Mia, Olivia, and Natalie, the letters spell out demon.
Oh shit!
I like it.
Damn.
The director initially kept things ambiguous and said that due to several inconsistencies with the previous trilogy, the movie could be either a remake or a late sequel. However, Sam Raimi, Rob Tappert, and Bruce Campbell later claimed that this film was a sequel, set in the same continuity as the original trilogy. Their plan was to make another sequel starring Mia, a sequel to Army of Darkness, and one final crossover film where Ash and Mia would team up to fight Deadites. Universal Studios eventually passed on the sequels and redeveloped Army of Darkness 2 into Ash vs. Evil Dead. When that show was canceled after 3 seasons and Campbell retired from the role, all further plans were scrapped. The Evil Dead sequel was reworked into Evil Dead Rise.
You know what? I'm gonna say fuck you, Universal.
Yeah.
Because I loved Ash vs. Evil Dead. It was
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of tapered off with 3rd season. But I'm much more of a movie guy than a show guy. I would have way preferred that lineage of movies that Chad Daddy just mentioned. Dude.
Same.
Yep.
Give
That
me
would've
Army of
been
Darkness
nice.
2. So that's still the funny, but then you could start still throwing in like maybe a little bit darker of gore and shit
Yeah.
into it. And then, dude, somewhere that exists in the multiverse, man. And I hope somebody gets to enjoy that shit.
That just makes me wish it happened. Ugh.
I feel like that probably happened in the same universe that Pizza Papa exists in.
Man. Pizza Papa.
Don't mess with the Pizza Papa.
Pizza Papa always gets paid.
That's right.
The "You Are All Going to Die Tonight" scene has an overlay during Mia's screaming of the "One by one, we will take you" demonic voice from the original film, which is one of the director's many nods to the original. In addition, when the main characters first arrive at the cabin, a low demonic voice moaning "Join us" can be heard in the background. This is another audio clip taken from the original film.
That's where you like this movie, unless you got some kick-ass surround sound, is best to listen to with some sweet ass headphones, dude, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sad I didn't have any on last night, but the last time I watched this, dude, I did, and it was just like the sound design in this movie is fucking.
Dude, I still got to get a good surround sound system before -1 comes out on video.
Yeah.
Dude, Ash versus Marvel Zombies. I got that whole comic series. That was
It's
a weird
fun.
one.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's such a fun comic.
I know, but I wish we would have got what it set up at the end with Ash versus Marvel Werewolves.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to
cool.
know, like, or maybe it's because it was just that universe, but like Doom just happened to have the Necronomicon that you're talking about. He's like, oh yeah, this book right here. And then they just pulls it out the end and then they fucking like solve the issues.
But I totally could see that happening. That would be a very Doom thing to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. He's the master of magic and technology.
Yeah, he is. In one scene, there are cards spread out on the table. The cards are laid out in the order that Cheryl reads them in the original Evil Dead.
Oh,
Interesting.
I didn't even notice that one.
Where? When? Must be early on.
I think.
I guess I never noticed that.
During pre-production and during every meeting, they always planned for a hard R. The studio never said pull back until the MPAA rated the film NC-17. They're always shooting for that hard R, and they got it.
No, man, this is the one where they went to the full like they filled the gas tank as far as they could fucking go, right? Like they're just above the fucking F line.
Yeah, filled it with blood.
Fucking right, bro.
I also think like if this was the movie that Sam made in the 80s, like this, not what we saw, I think there would have been so much backlash to it too.
There was already backlash against the original one, bro. This
I think it would have been worse. Like if he made it like this.
England would have burned down like the cabin in Scoob's fucking frame, man. Like the video nasties would have happened, and they would have saw that shit, and it was just like, oh, no way, man.
Man, that whole video nasties period was such a bizarre time.
Right? Because now you're just looking at it like you're fucking prude. Like,
right?
What the fuck?
Seriously.
Like,
and they would ban shit for the strangest reasons too.
Yeah, but then they'll have like the craziest other shit in their movies that's just like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah,
no problem.
Literally.
You got dudes watching porn and fucking American Werewolf in London. We don't give a shit about that. But whatever, dude. Like, you know.
Continuing on, Mia can be seen wearing a Michigan State sweatshirt. In the original version, the main character also wears a Michigan State sweatshirt in the opening scene. This is also a homage to the original series director Sam Raimi, who is from Michigan.
You know what? I guess that would be that could pretty much just be the nail on the head of, telling you it is the same cabin, dude.
Could be.
I like it, dude. I like it. I never thought of it being rebuilt.
Yeah. I mean, because it's a cabin in the woods.
Fuck. It's mind fuck.
You know what?
Anyway. Chad Daddy.
Many of the clips shown in the preceding trailers were either not used in the actual movie or were altered in the film.
I like that.
Kind of like Ghostbusters.
That makes
do
it better.
and don't though, because I mean I don't know.
I do because then the movie isn't ruined for me.
I agree.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're watching the trailers, that's the risk you take. Like, you could just not watch them and be fine. Like, you know what I mean? You're already like, all right, I'm excited for it. That's cool. I don't need to see anything. But
I don't know. I kind of like how the trailers played out the Suicide Squad. The second Suicide Squad movie. The trailers made it seem like you were following this whole different cast of characters, and they were killing the opening scene.
Fucking right, they were. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know we were talking. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that second one was a lot better.
Yeah, we don't talk about the first one. The first one doesn't exist.
Oh, no.
It's horrible.
I liked it.
Yeah? That's all right.
Lou Taylor Pucci wanted to wear old-style glasses and long hair as a tribute to the early 80s when the original film was made.
Yeah, he looks like he could kind of fit into the 70s a little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit. He looks like if you... I like it. He looks like he could very well fit into the Texas Chainsaw reboot.
Yes.
Easily.
where it feels like, yeah, it still felt 70s, but there was something that still felt a little like modern about it at the same time. So, all right. Let Chad Daddy take that swig.
Thank you. In the final script, they cut out many of Natalie's lines. In the original script, she talked more and she was more of an actual character. She even had a backstory about how she met David that they took out.
I didn't even know. She was just fucking cannon.
She was just there.
Noise.
Yeah, she was just there.
I kind of like that we didn't really get a lot of,
you know what,
backstory to much of them. To many of them.
She got it still more, or she got it better than the one girlfriend in Texas Chainsaw 22.
Yeah,
she didn't even have a fucking name.
she
doesn't. Her name in the thing is just something's partner. They didn't even give her a fucking.
Oh wow, she didn't have a fucking name.
No.
Damn.
Which one was that?
The blonde girl that has like one of the best like interaction scenes with fucking Leatherface in the van.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but it's all right.
Sorry,
I spell out her name. You know what, Brody? That's all it was. You're right.
Sorry, but all I could think of was fucking eyebrows in that movie.
Oh my god. Well, she is
like a fucking Muppet, dude.
Eyebrows, you say?
God.
They match the carpet. That's for sure.
Oh no,
dark and thick.
That's right.
Continuing on. Gillian Jacobs auditioned for the role of Mia, but lost to Lily Collins. Collins later dropped out and was replaced by Jane Levy.
I don't know who any of those people are.
Neither do I.
I know the name Lily Collins. Lily Collins is Phil Collins' daughter. I know that.
I don't
know.
I don't know. I'd have to look her up to see if I've seen her in anything else. But
look it up.
What's her name? Lily.
Lily Collins.
And the other one, Gillian Jacobs. No fucking clue. Continuing. Shot in New Zealand over a period of a month. This was in addition to another 40 days of filming in the States.
Damn. It's not too bad.
Oh, Gillian Jacobs from fucking Community.
I've never watched that.
You've never seen the Community?
No.
Seen like one or two episodes, but
the blonde Britta. The blonde chick.
Enough. All right.
Okay. Diablo Cody polished and Americanized the screenplay while remaining uncredited. Fede Alvarez and Rhoda Say. They're not native English speakers, so the English dialogue needs some touching up in their screenplay. Sorry, I'm not going to butcher the guy's name.
No, that's fine.
Oh, sure. No, I'm kidding.
No, we do that every once in a while. Uh-oh, what are we doing? What kind of porn is Scoob about to pop up?
That's Gillian Jacobs.
Yeah, okay.
I have no idea who she is.
Nope. Hey! It's a big fucking...
Big Johnny D.
That's a big old Johnny D.
Consider if you pause the opening witch burning scene of his daughter at 2 minutes and 25 seconds, over the burning possessed girl's right shoulder, you will see the face of an angry demon in the flames.
Ooh.
I kind of want to go back and do that now.
I still say it's Nobi.
It's not Nobi.
It'd be cool if it was.
Why not?
What? Okay, here.
It's not Nobi, damn it.
Listen. It can't be Nobi.
If it's the same universe, it can't be.
Same universe, it can't be.
But I figured just multiverse style.
No, it's not Nobi. It's not Nobi.
I don't know.
It's not.
I'm going with it.
It's not Nobi. Continue on. Cian Davis, who plays the old woman in the opening scene, would later play a deadite possessed lady in the pilot episode of Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Nice. I thought you looked familiar.
That pilot episode was fantastic.
She's the old lady in the trailer park.
Yep. The one where he fights in his trailer. Yeah, fucking great. Then is that where he does the first like leap into the chainsaw?
Yeah.
Actually connects the first time. Yeah. Great, dude. I need to revisit that.
I fucking love that show so much.
I need to finish it. I never finished it.
I didn't either.
I have it in my I bought the box.
And how the fuck did Lucy Lawless look more fine in that than she did in Xena?
Oh, bro, she is aging. Whew, a fine wine.
God damn, dude. I mean, she's nice in Spartacus too. If you want to watch that as well. Sometimes there's a lot. There's a lot more dicks in that though than Evil.
I like her in Euro Trip.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that
the dominatrix in Euro Trip.
Fucking A.
Fede Alvarez pitched the film as the audience watching something they are not supposed to watch.
All right.
Every girl in this film leading the cast is a scream queen. Jane Levy gained more recognition with Fede Alvarez's next film, Don't Breathe. Elizabeth Blackmore is best known for The Vampire Diaries, and Jessica Lucas had previously appeared in The Covenant, Cloverfield, and Amusement.
I actually have Amusement on DVD. I've never watched it.
I think I've watched it, but I don't remember.
I don't even know what it is.
The rusted Oldsmobile seen in the film is not a 1973 Delta 88, aka Sam Raimi's personal car. Like many fans have stated, it's actually a 74 Delta 88.
Oh,
there's a lot of differences.
I don't care. It's the same color and it looks pretty damn close. I'm good with it.
Jane Levy, a natural blonde, dyed her hair black for the film.
I'll say her hair was that color at Mania, so she must have kept it that way for a while.
I've seen her with red hair, too.
Yeah, I was going to say, I have as well.
Agnes Bruckner and Thora Birch auditioned for the role of Natalie.
That'd have been weird.
Thora Birch is from, Jesus Christ, she was a child actress.
American Beauty. She was in Hocus Pocus. She was a little girl in Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Wasn't she
She's also in one of my favorite movies, Monkey Trouble.
No, Harriet the Spy was Dawn from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, yep. You're right. Sorry. All right.
This is the only Evil Dead film to be over 90 minutes.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And Gene's right. Thora Birch was in the first Dungeons and Dragons movie.
All right. Nice.
Fede Alvarez filmed the movie to let ambiguous the year when the events happen on purpose, hence the absence of cell phones, computers, tablets, internet, or any other modern technology. Even the costumes of the characters were selected to be a mix of different ages and enough timeless to confuse the audience.
That's true. And I never thought about that. That never crossed my mind that there was no fucking cell phone. Never crossed my mind.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, that's true. Especially given the year. Huh. Well, I'll be fucking damned.
You know, and I mean, maybe I just assumed that they're there to, you know, basically get her off drugs. And so nobody took any way for her to contact anybody.
Right. That's what it's like. We're going to completely we're cutting ourselves off from the grid to do this. Interesting.
Or was it? When Eric is first reading through the Book of the Dead, there's a picture of a severed hand with its middle finger extended. This is a clear reference to Evil Dead 2, where Ash is forced to cut his own hand off when it becomes possessed by the Evil Dead. The hand then taunts Ash with this gesture as he attempts to shoot it.
That's easily one of my favorite scenes.
Guys, this is a PSA. If you find something that's bound in leather bags and barbed wire,
don't open it.
Don't open it. And if the thing inside says, "Hey, don't read this," don't read this.
Don't read it and leave.
Look,
this dude did not watch the Ren and Stimpy episode of Stimpy getting taunted with the big red button.
The eraser button.
Let me tell you this right now. If that would have been a group of Mexicans that went up to that fucking cabin, none of that shit would have happened, because as soon as we found that fucking book, we'd have left. As soon as we saw something wrapped in barbed,
I'm just wondering how many more people would have actually even went into that basement, uncovering the rug and seeing all the blood splatter there.
Oh, you know what? We might not have even done that.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I feel like
as
most
soon
people
as she
are
said she smelled something dead, we've been like, brujeria. Let's go. We got to get out of here. We got to go.
Saying, once you see the blood in the basement, dude, you're just like, huh? Yeah, maybe we shouldn't be here.
Hey, Pablo, we got to get the fuck out of here. We got to go right now.
I'm guessing only white people would do this then.
That's what total white people do.
That's definitely a white people.
You can say it because
I'm a white guy.
You're a white guy.
That's definitely a white person.
The sad part is
it's a white person.
I feel like I would do something like this.
See?
Not all the way.
I wouldn't.
Nope. I don't think I would I wouldn't open the book because I'm just going too lazy, dude. Like, obviously I'm still the stoner of the story, but I don't know, man. This dude is just
as someone who loves horror movies, I would be like Nancy in Friday the 13th Part 6. seen enough movies to know that any book you find in a fucking basement ain't exactly going to lead you nowhere
Like
good.
John's the stoner from Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, he's
Right,
the
like
one that survived.
somehow I make it, dude. The weed helps have no effect with the
I wish we would
chemical.
have got a sequel to that movie.
Couldn't though.
How? The world end.
I want to see the world end.
Fair. Didn't we give him biggest dick for the movie too? Or biggest douche? I'm pretty sure we did. Because we're like, yo, dude, like, even though like he plays to be like the cool guy, like ultimately he's sacrificing the entire world for his own humanity. So it's like, holy shit, bro. That's a fun movie. And that's where you can almost put this Cabin in the Woods, bro.
It had Deadites.
They got Deadite. I want to know who fucking Fred is, man. I still don't know. I need to know.
Well, Fred is their version of Kevin from Sin City.
Or no, was it Kevin on the board?
I think it was Kevin.
It was Kevin. You're right. Didn't they also have Raping Tree?
Angry Molesting Tree.
Angry Molesting Tree. Thank you.
Also an Evil Dead reference.
Fucking right, bro. What else?
Director Fede Alvarez stated his favorite scene in the movie is the one where David has to bury his sister Mia to free her from the demonic possession. In order to help Fernandez with his performance, Levy was really buried alive in the grave below him, with plenty of safeguards, of course, to keep her from suffocating. This was done so Fernandez would show genuine apprehension and try to get Levy out of the sand as fast as possible.
Yeah,
that's I like that.
Crazy.
We didn't even talk about the tree scene in this one, or the bush scene
where she gets possessed.
Bro, that wasn't even a tree. That was like a fucking angry slug.
Angry sticker bush.
But okay, so were the vines that were wrapping her up, were they alive, or was she just tangling herself?
I thought they were alive.
I was going with alive.
I mean, everything's still flooding over, and this demon is still chasing her. So I'm going with the trees are still fucking with you. But I could see where you could see the other way around. But she's still obviously
just so panicked that she's.
But that's the moment she got possessed for sure.
Yeah.
Right, and it got in her the same way that
right up the
Jason demon got into his mother.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, but this thing was longer and way sloppier, I felt.
Well, and it went in pretty easy. She was on drugs and stuff, so she had a cold core or something.
It was also staring at her as it went up too. So
it was already lubed, Steve.
And it was lubed as fuck too. But I mean, it didn't give.
It was black lube.
Yeah, it just
tell you.
I'm just saying, she was on drugs. You think she had money all the time for them drugs? No.
You know the hentai boys were going ham in that fucking scene.
Yeah, they were.
My buddy Richard said they were alive for sure.
Jesus, Brody.
She could take the arm, Brody. The whole arm, not just the fist.
That's why that woman cut her arm. Never mind. I'm going.
She's a Muppet.
Continue on.
Some believe a plot hole is present in the theatrical cut when the abomination rises from hell to kill Mia after David blows up the cabin and killing the Deadite version of Eric. The Necronomicon states that the abomination needs to claim 5 souls before it can rise. In the theatrical cut, only 4 characters were possessed at the time of their deaths: Eric, Olivia, Natalie, and Mia, leaving the audience wondering who the 5th soul was, as David seemingly died as himself. It's been assumed that Harold's daughter from the prologue could not have been the first out of 5 souls, as she died long before the main events of the film. However, the book didn't state that there was a time limit as to when people could be taken. The extended director's cut restores a scene showing David burning alive along with the Deadite Eric in the cabin, getting possessed by a demon before his death. In that version, it's indicated he was ultimately the 5th soul claimed for the abomination to rise. In the theatrical version, the audience can assume Harold's daughter was the soul that added up to the 5.
I always kind of took it as the brother, but I never realized that he had to be necessarily possessed. I
just thought that just had
Brody
to die.
just thought,
yeah.
I just figured, honestly, like one of the Deadites could just kill another person. As long as they killed him, that was still another soul.
Yeah.
I don't know. But either way, still, man, I got to watch this on fucking rated cut. God damn.
I love the
Jack Wally filmed a scene as Billy Bob, a truck driver who rescues Mia after she escapes the cabin that wound up being deleted. It was restored in the extended cut.
Wait, who's Billy Bob? Is he supposed to be the guy from number 2?
I don't know. He just somebody who rescues her at the end.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if this was like allude to some other character that.
No, I don't think so. David ventures down into the cellar to rescue Mia from the clutches of the evil dead in homage to Ash's first encounter with a Deadite in Army of Darkness. The cellar is partially flooded, and its all-around gloominess mirrors the well Ash fights in. Mia also appears to launch herself at David in quick, savage bursts, much like how the female Deadite lunges at Ash.
Fuck yeah, it does, dude, and I love that shot. Just the fucking the fly across the water. Fucking A.
And the last thing I got here. Director Fede Alvarez posted an original ending on his social media as part of the film's 9th anniversary, which showed Mia being attacked in a POV shot that was a deliberate callback to the end of The Evil Dead. It also revealed more from the first screenplay draft where Mia was killed with gallons of her blood and guts. Sam Raimi wisely pointed out to Alvarez that after everything she's been through, she deserves to live, so he rewrote it to the actual ending, but stated that Levy let out one of her best screams in the movie on this take.
Which she did. She fucking did.
She could fucking scream, that's for sure.
God, dude, that ending is still just fucking so metal, dude. Like there's very few movies that'll just hit like that's a fucking metal cover, dude. Like the new Hellboy, there was some scenes in that was fucking metal.
Yeah.
Still gonna watch that too.
Didn't we watch it for the pod?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Did you not watch it?
I don't think Bobby was on that day, that episode.
No, I think
that's why I watched it. It was fucking awesome, dude. I'm sad I didn't watch it when it came out. Alrighty. Well, thank you for all the behind the scenes there, Chad Daddy. Appreciate
My pleasure as always.
Alrighty, boys. What format did we watch this shit on?
4K.
Digital and Voodoo.
Blu-ray.
Scoops. Blu-ray. Not unrated, unfortunately.
Yes, unfortunately.
I do have it unrated on Movies Anywhere, though.
Good for you. Damn you.
Hey, I didn't even when I did the digital code for that.
Oh, it just gave it to you?
It gave it to me. So
Well,
if you guys have Movies
maybe
Anywhere,
I'll do. I don't, but maybe I. Oh wait, no, I do. I do.
Load up that code because I just did it like a year ago. It should still be good.
All right. I feel like we've already talked this one definitely quite a bit, but douche of the film.
I guess you're gonna give it to Eric.
Eric
is hands down, bro.
It's all his fault. Piece of shit.
He's the guy that's not reading the instructions on the side of the highway that clearly tells you that the merge is happening in 2 miles.
Oh, he's that fucker that merges at the last minute.
He's the fucker that just expects you to merge because he didn't want to do it.
Yep.
Exactly.
Cock. All right. Favorite kill.
Ooh.
If anybody says grandpa, you're getting turned off. That's all I'm going to say.
Poor dog.
I know, right? Beat with a fucking hammer.
I'm giving it to the Abomination.
Yeah.
Bro,
the fucking
honestly,
chainsaw head.
I wasn't even thinking about that, but you know what? Yes, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, because you see the body laying and the head is like flayed out and the eyes are still moving.
That's a good one. Fuck.
I'm going with
because like what I mean, honestly, like the kills per se, because like the girlfriend, she bleeds out to death. The Olivia just gets like what smacked and then head like the kills themselves are kind of whatever. It's the shit that happens to them before they get killed.
Yeah, because like if you're counting all of the torture shit that Eric had to go through, then for me, his death was the most satisfying.
But again, he just bleeds out like the girlfriend does.
Yeah, but he still got the fuck beat out of him. Watching him get hit with that crowbar was fucking great.
Just the sounds. Sounds on, like that was just somebody taking an actual crowbar and hitting like hamburger patties, bro.
Just beating a brisket with it or something.
Bro. It just sounded so gross. And his hand just splits that fucking like the thing. It's nasty. All right. I chatted. I'm agreeing with you, dude. It's gotta be because that feels like the most legitimate kill in this.
There's our Charlie.
Oh, they're so cute.
Look at that little barrette.
That's right.
She's so happy. Yeah, I'm going with Eric's. Yeah, Eric.
Eric's.
As most
I mean,
satisfying.
I thought it was weird, but maybe not. Maybe I'm the weird one. That he just kind of dumped him in the water. Like I figured like he would like lean him against the wall and
he just
all right, yeah, just float away from me, float away.
He's like, screw you, this is your fault anyway.
I mean, not wrong. All right. Best scene. There's a lot of good ones, man.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with Mia ripping her hand off.
I'm gonna go with the scene. I'm going with the scene where I said where the camera's watching her feet go up and everything's about to ensue. Right up until she says, "You're all gonna die tonight."
Oh, so they actually do like the first like possession scene of like looking around the. Okay, Gene's going with the vine scene. All right.
I'm gonna go with the blood rain just because like right before that, we don't know that her brother was possessed. They die. You think you're gonna get a happy ending, then it just starts raining blood and the whole world goes to shit. And you're like, nope, it just got a lot worse.
Yeah. Right, like you think you're at your ending, and it was just like James Cameron, like, no, false ending. Ha! Yeah, another 20 fucking minutes. Ooh, goddamn, dude.
Plus, I love the turn the music took in that scene too. Like it just amped it up, and it had like these fucking sirens and shit.
Dude, that is literally the best. Like that third act, man. Like it everything is so just heavy up until that, and then it just somehow gets even fucking heavier at that point.
Yeah,
like, yeah, man. Like everybody is gone. This chick got like the one chance to actually like get saved, and the person who did that literally just exactly. I know
she agrees,
100%. I will say though, for at least a follow up, because I feel like I got to give something a little different out. My follow-up is actually when Olivia gets turned. And I know we mentioned this before, but I thought it was one of the coolest fucking scenes, man. Is when she sees herself all jacked up in the mirror, which is kind of like a cool little like Evil Dead 2 reference, I thought.
Yeah.
And then exactly, Joe. What a twist. And then just her fucking getting like just stopped in the middle of the room, dropping everything, completely pissing herself, and then dragged the way she like is dragged kind of back in.
That's
pretty I don't know, man. That's dude. That was a good fucking like ghost demon possession kind of scene. She's a babus. She's like, I don't want to go. No. But yeah. That's what I'm gonna go with. All right, so worst moment or scene, boys.
I'm gonna go. It's so easy for me just because we've seen it in other movies, and it pisses me off every time I see it in a fucking movie. Is fucking shooting a fucking nail gun at people.
Yeah,
oh my God.
I hate that. I hate that trope. I hate that fucking trope.
You need a compressor.
I will agree. But man, those scenes are still just fucking gnarly.
I just hate it though, because there's just so many safety features. You cannot fucking do that.
No.
I'm going doggo.
Oh yeah.
I didn't say saddest scene, but I could understand.
It's the worst scene for me. I don't want to watch a doggo die.
Especially a dog named Grandpa. Like that's such an awesome name.
Grandpa, get your ass inside. Grandpa, stop shitting on the floor.
I don't
Grandpa,
have.
Stop
you know,
pumping my leg.
This is the one time where I think I could say I don't have one.
No, I really don't.
I don't have one.
I mean, because even
okay. You know what? All right. The one thing that angered me, and it's going to be kind of a dad move, like Chad Daddy with the nail gun, but she never got the gas cap back to the chainsaw. And
I thought that.
Okay.
I can't.
Yep.
It might be different for different models, but I'm pretty sure some of those need a vapor lock in order to fucking start.
Yes, about
so
95% of them do.
But when she does utilize it underneath the car, it's back on there. So I don't know if she somehow magically grabbed it, or we were just saying, fuck it, we're just not going with it.
It's a movie about a book bringing out demons.
I know. It's just the one dad thing that was just like, wait a minute.
Nope. Look at Gene's worst scene. Something a grand worth of heroin in a well.
Oh, yeah.
Could have sold that. Oh my god.
Dude, when they dumped it in there, I'm like, I hope they don't still use that for drinking water.
Oh, no shit, right? I didn't even think
Bro,
about
imagine
that.
if that Evil Dead twist, like it was just a normal fucking book, and they were all just tweaking balls because they're all drinking fucking polluted water.
Bro, it looks like there's someone possessed behind you, dude.
I'm taking my green screen down. It's annoying me.
It's all flappy. All right.
Flap it down.
Opening scene, did it hook you in?
Yeah,
hell
it
yes.
did, man.
Hell yeah.
I fucking loved it, bro. It was a great title drop.
Yes.
Just, I love you, baby. Bam. Evil Dead. And you're just like, fuck, bro. What the fuck did we just see? Great opening.
Dude, and then when we get there, Evil Dead Rise also has a solid opening like that goes into the titles.
It does, and I like that the opening uses familiarity with it as well. Like you're in a cabin in the woods. So, all right. Most attractive character.
My fiance. Oh, in the movie. Sorry.
I'm going to go Mia.
I'm going Olivia.
Mia's got a weird face. And she's fucking all gory and shit. Fucking 75% of the movie.
You wouldn't want her lifting up your leg, puking black stuff?
Nah, man. I mean, she's puking up all that black tar heroin she was shooting up in her veins.
Now, wait. What if Mel wanted to cosplay that? She shows up like, you ready, baby?
I'm still going to bang her.
Okay, there you go.
If Mel dressed like I was still going to bang her.
But I almost want to give it to the girl in the very first scene because she had some huge knockers.
Yeah, she did.
The daughter?
Yeah, dude.
Imagine if those came together.
I'm still going with Olivia though.
I'm going with the chick that cut her arm off. What was her name? Natalie.
Natalie.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Natalie. And I don't usually go for the blonde, but I feel like my choices are limited.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Olivia as well, man. Oh fuck! All right. Oh shit! My phone cut out on me. Hold on a second, boys. All right. All righty. Where are we at? Score set the mood.
Oh
yeah, it did, dude.
Yes, it did.
It did
on every level.
100%.
Like I said, the way it amped up right there as soon as the blood rain happened, man, that was balls to the wall.
Best song?
We didn't really get a song in this.
No.
Like Mia's stupid lullaby is all we got.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna say best song is "Raining Blood" by Slayer, even though it wasn't.
No, but it's there.
I like it. It was there in spirit.
That's right. Okay, favorite character.
I'm gonna go with the brother.
I did like the brother.
David was cool.
Yeah, I liked David.
Yeah, like I said, David was Ash. Like up until they fucking killed him off. Like I thought initially watching this film that was the Ash character.
And you knew he wasn't, and he wasn't even the all-around good guy. You know,
no,
what I mean?
He wasn't.
Like, they were shitting on him for not being there in the previous times.
But and that's why I thought he was gonna get that redemption. He was
gonna get his
get his redemption. He was gonna be the hero, and it wasn't that at all.
No.
But he's a great fucking character, man.
I'm gonna agree with you on that. David.
And he made a fucking defibrillator in a work shed in the middle of the fucking woods out of a battery and some syringes, man.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going David.
It's the only thing Rise needed was that montage. Okay. Was it scary?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not even a hard one to answer for this one. Yeah, absolutely it is, dude. It's tense for sure.
balls to the wall, harsh all the way through.
This would be like there's such like a fine line of like, man, like if somebody like if you wanted to indoctrinate somebody into horror movies, like you know what I mean? Like I don't feel like this is the starting one.
No.
I would say it could be like
unless you know they're like at that level somehow already.
I mean,
you got to work your way up to this one.
The Evil Dead series is kind of where Mel started to like horror and appreciate horror more, because I made her watch Evil Dead, the original, and then 2, and then Army of Darkness, and then we went to this, and she loves this movie. She fucking loves 2013.
I just had an idea. This movie could be a fucking haunted attraction.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it has.
I think they did.
Yeah,
I think they did.
They did. I think.
Yeah, but not like when I say haunted attraction, I mean like balls to the wall. But yeah, I don't think Universal did this one. I think they did.
I swear they did
earlier ones.
I thought they did too.
They did this back in like either like late teens or like 2020 or something like that.
You mean for like Universal Horror Nights?
Yeah.
Let me look.
I'm fairly certain they did.
I would agree with you, Chad, but I've been wrong before, so who the fuck knows? Okay. I don't even know if I need to ask this question, but does it hold up today?
Yeah, buddy.
God,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Acting?
Good.
Very good.
Solid,
yeah,
especially, like I said, especially the physical performance they gave us when they were possessed.
Yep.
100%. All right. Cinematography? Fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Great.
Yeah.
Got some solid nods to the original cinematography, but we got some cool new stuff. Just with the, this new director behind the helm.
God, and that shot of Eric pulling that needle out from under his eye. Oh.
Yeah, that was a fucking... Who wasn't all thinking of Brody in that moment?
Exactly what I thought. I'm like,
right? I did the same thing, dude. I don't know why I'm maniacally laughing. It's just like
because he's not having a good time when that shit pops on screen.
Like we're watching it at the same time, though. But I'm just like, anytime there's an eye scene, it's just instantaneous, dude.
Oh yeah, they had 2 attractions that year, 2017. It was the remake, and then they did Ash versus Evil Dead.
Okay, thank you, awesome. And I see Gene pop that up too. Okay, did we like the premise?
Hell yeah, yes.
Man. I mean, it's
not even a question.
It's the original, but with what do you want to say? Different beats.
It's the original with crack cocaine up its nose and heroin up its ass.
It is some like extreme drugs going on in comparison to the first one. Sure.
Yeah, like I said, nothing actually happened. They all just drank the water.
Oh, it's the movie. The movie Shrooms. Oh, it's a ghost. No, man, you're just high on shrooms the whole time, killing motherfuckers.
Oh,
we never reviewed that? Did we?
No,
we did not.
That movie's kind of like a weird guilty pleasure for me. I don't know why.
What movie is that?
Shrooms.
The movie Shrooms. It's stupid. It's whatever, but I still like it.
I've never seen it.
And was the climax satisfying?
Yep.
Holy motherfucker!
Very much so.
Yes, it fucking was.
Possibly one of the best third acts in
a
movie we've seen in a long time.
The best, bloodiest.
No doubt.
A lot of times the third act can sometimes just fall apart in comparison to the first two, where this
can make or break a movie.
Fuck,
yes,
man.
it can.
Fucking A. No, this goes 100% to the max. I'm sure we're just gonna all rewind.
Let's all just rewind.
Just rewind.
I don't even need to say it. All right, let's rate this bitch. Brody started us off at a 4.8. Bob, what do you got?
If I could go to 10, I would, but 5, not even a question.
Solid 5. Scuba?
5 bloody chainsaws, baby.
All right. Chad Daddy?
So that's a 5 for me too, baby.
5 stumps. Okay. And I'm gonna go, dude, solid 5. I'm not even gonna disagree. Like, this is. I have a hard time saying it's my top reboot, but at the same time, I feel like it is. So it's right there for me.
I still think my top reboot is Dawn of the Dead. Like I like this one. Don't get me wrong, but I love Dawn of the
I don't
Dead.
know. I really love the first one though.
I do too, but I think Steve and I are on the same like energy wavelength. Dude, come on, man. We gave fucking in the Halloween countdown, we gave zombies our top. You know what I mean? So like, all right. So with that being said, wait a minute. Oh yes, not so. This is kind of predicament because we always do the roundup of the decimal, but we have a 4.96.
It's a 5.
It's a 5.
5.
That's a 5.
All right.
Fucking 5.
You know what?
Round it up.
Brody said he wanted to give it a 5 anyways, so there you go.
Perfect movie.
All right. So perfect Gore and More movie, which honestly, yeah, very fitting for sure. Hits the title well. Okay. Chad Daddy, what are we covering next week?
Next week, it's a Bobby pick. We are watching the David Cronenberg classic Dead Ringers.
Which
I've
actually never seen.
I know nothing about it, so I'm going in completely fresh.
Neither do I. I'm going in blind. It popped up on a lot of different like streamings. When I picked it, it popped up on a lot of things. I'm like, oh, it's David Cronenberg. Well, what do you got to lose?
Where can we watch it?
Tubi.
Oh, hell yeah.
Tubi, Peacock, Pluto, Sling, Roku Channel, Plex, Amazon, all free.
Gene says good pick, which I'm kind of scared for because Gene and I usually don't agree on movies.
Yeah, but sometimes you do.
Notice? Sometimes we do.
Gene's usually got a good sense for things like that. I don't think he'd steer us wrong on this behalf.
Okay, wait. So I'm just gonna read the little quick synopsis here. Just one. Twin gynecologist already have me sold. Take full advantage of the fact nobody can tell them apart until the relationship begins to deteriorate over a woman.
Your opening. Twin gynecologist. I'm already sold. Like yeah.
I'm sold. It's got twin gynos in it.
Love it.
No need to tell me more. Already in. Let's go.
Twin gynos, say no more.
I mean, you got Cronenberg on there. I mean,
and he's not one to make a movie that's not like gonna intrigue you in some way.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it could be a solid one. I guess we'll see next week for sure.
I can't say here and say you guys will like it because I've never seen it, but that's why I chose it.
I mean, yeah, 1988, about 2 hours long. It'll be interesting. I don't know. Jeremy Irons is in it.
Hell yeah! I love Jeremy Irons.
Yeah. So, all right, might be an interesting watch. We'll see, and we'll talk about that next week. I have nothing nerdy. We're already at the 2 hour mark, though, boys. So I didn't know.
I don't have anything either.
Let's just close up shop.
Cool.
Yeah, because I feel something coming on, and Mother Nature don't give two shits. That's exactly it.
Wow, yep. I hear you, kiddo.
Charlie was like, "Slice alive."
That's right. All righty, Bob, you want to start us off?
This is your killing machine, Bobby Moan, saying we'll see you next week for David Cronenberg's Dead Ringers. Have a good week, fuckers.
This is Lord Scubacabra and Charlie saying we'll see you next week.
Hell yeah. This is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy way down yonder in the Chattahoochee saying join us next week for Dead Ringers. And we're all in for a treat because none of us have seen it.
Yeah, man. This has been a minute since we've all
popped our cherries
on a movie. Yeah, for sure. And I'm your Fluffmaster Supreme, who is not so mean, Mr. Big Johnny D, saying thank you once again, Gorehounds, for joining us for another fantastic episode. You know where to find us. You know where to listen to us. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for sharing if you have. It's always appreciated. And last but not least, stay fresh, cheese bags.